let us discuss about what is organic chemistry. Okay. First, we'll see this is chemistry of compounds present in living organisms is the actual basis of this organic chemistry. They all contain carbon. The organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon. Chemistry of carbon. The natural sources of some organic compounds also we have that we'll see. Natural sources of some organic compounds. What are the natural sources? Living things, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, antibiotics. A variety of organic products are obtained from living things. Crude oil or coal. Upon fractional distillation or destructive distillation, they'll give alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, aromatic hydrocarbons. So a variety of useful products derived from crude oil and coal. Development of organic chemistry as a science. In past, chemistry, organic compounds obtained from living organisms, inorganic compounds obtained from non-living sources. In 1828, Wohler, a German scientist, prepared urea from ammonium cyanate. So this is the development of organic chemistry. Actually, this ammonium cyanate is a inorganic compound, but urea is an organic compound. Redefining what is organic chemistry is a study of carbon compounds except carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, carbides, and cyanides. The study of carbon compounds obtained from natural sources or synthesized in laboratories. So the unique nature of carbon we will see. The ability of forming 4 strong covalent bonds in carbon because of its electronic configuration of in the ground state is 1s2 2s2 2p2. In ground state there are 2 unpaired electrons are there in 2p shell. So each carbon has 4 unpaired electrons. In excited state, if you observe, it tends to form 4 strong covalent bonds. Ability to catenate. Carbon atoms link together to form chains of varying lengths, branched chains, and rings of different sizes. Catenation is the ability of atoms in forming stable bonds with itself, hence joining up into chains. Carbon-carbon chain, carbon-silicon, germanium-germanium, tin-tin, carbon-nitrogen. So ability to catenation will be in the order. CnH2n plus 2. There is no limit for this n in this case. SiNH2n plus 2. The limit only 6 up to n value limit only 6. They are called silanes. GeNH2n plus 2. N value limits up to 3. Germanes. Whereas SNN H2N plus 2, only STANN which is existed. So ability to form multiple bonds is 4 sigma bonds sp3 hybridization, 3 sigma bonds 1 pi bond sp2 hybridization by carbon. If it gives 2 sigma bonds 2 pi bonds, that is sp hybridization. Single bond, double bond, triple bond itself forms. This is a single bond type of structures. These are double bonded with carbon itself with another carbon, carbon with oxygen, carbon with sulfur, carbon with nitrogen. Carbon, carbon, triple bond also possible, carbon, nitrogen, triple bond is possible. In this X is halogens. Classification of organic compounds. Functional groups. Propane, ethanol, propane 1-ol. If you see. In this, propane does not react with sodium. Ethanol and propanol react with sodium to give hydrogen gas. Ethanol is C2H5OH. Propanol C3H7OH. Have similar chemical properties, but they contain the same functional group OH. They are classified into same homologous series, which are called alcohols. So a homologous series is a series of compounds that have the same functional group, and each member differs from the next number by CH2 unit in their formula. Some of the homologous series compounds will see alkanes. Number of carbons is 1. UPH name is methane. Molecular formula CH4. Condensed formula also same CH4. The structural formula you are observing in this fourth column. Number of carbons, if it is 2, that is IUPAC's name is ethane. Molecular formula C2H6. Condensed formula CH3. Structural formula you see. Propane, number of carbons is 3. Molecular formula C3H8. Condensed formula CH3, CH2, CH3. Structural carbon chain would be like this. Now, number of carbons, if it is 4, IUPAC's name is butane. Molecular formula C4H10. Condensed structural formula CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So this is first 4 members of straight chain alkanes. So homologous series, general formula CnH2n plus 2 for alkanes. CnH2n for alkenes. CnH2n minus 2 for alkynes. So alkanols, if it is CnH2n plus 1 OH, it is for alkanols CnH2n plus 1 CHO. Alkanoic acids CnH2n plus 1 COH. And functional groups of some organic compounds now we'll see. That is general properties also, we'll check it off. Members of homologous series have similar chemical properties will be there. So the physical properties change gradually along with homologous series. Along the carbon chain in the molecule, the greater is the molecular mass and the greater the attractive forces between the molecules. Then the higher is the melting point and boiling point and densities. Now we will see some physical properties of the first 20 members of straight chain alkanes. Number of carbons in the first column we are observing, molecular formula, and state, that means gas or liquid or solid. We'll see in third column. Fourth column, melting point. Fifth column, boiling point, and sixth column, density of solid or liquid at 20 degrees Celsius in grams per centimeter cube. Okay. Likewise, number of carbons up to 20 if you observe. The other thing. So, what we have noticed is nothing but up to 10. Up to 4 we have gases are there. After that they are liquids. Up to 17 carbons they are liquids. 18, 19, 20 they are solids. Now, factors affecting physical properties of organic compounds, we'll see. One is the structure of the functional group, dipole moment of the molecule, formation of hydrogen bonding, length of carbon chain, also London dispersion forces. In that structure of functional group, we'll see molecules having a polar functional group have higher boiling point than others with a non-polar functional group of similar molecule for masses. Stronger the intermolecular attraction among the molecules, also reason behind the boiling points. If you see the structure of the functional groups here, we have molecules with polar functional groups are there. Propanol, molar mass is 60, boiling point 97.2 degrees Celsius. We have propanamine 59, almost similar to 60, close to, but boiling point is 48.6 only. We have ethyl chloride, molecular mass is 64.5, boiling point is 12.5 only. We have propanoic acid, molecular mass is 60, boiling point is 141. These are polar. Coming to non-polar cases, molecules with non-polar functional groups, we have butane is there, 58 is the molar mass, boiling point is minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. While that of propene, if you take 58 is the molar mass, boiling point is minus 6.2 degrees Celsius. Butane, 54 is the molar mass, boiling point is 8.1. So dipole moment of the molecules. Tetrachloromethane has 4 polar bonds in the molecule. Melting point and boiling point are very low. The molecule is non-polar and the molecule is tetrahedrally symmetrical. The dipole moments of carbon-chlorine bond cancel each other. That is the reason behind that. Examples of polar molecules with net dipole moment, we'll see water, acetaldehyde, chloroform, formaldehyde. For methyl chloride, fourth one. So first one, if you see in this water case, in the water case, if you see, the net dipole moment is showing towards oxygen. Here in the acetaldehyde, net dipole moment shows, bond moment shows towards oxygen, electronegative element. And in the chloroform cases, dipole moment towards chlorine atoms it is showing. In a case of methyl chloride, towards chlorine, bond movement is showing. Net dipole moment is developing. While that of methane, we have bond moments which are non-polar molecule with no net dipole moment is there. Methane also. Carbon tetrachloride, acetylene, carbon dioxide, all in this dipole moment value is 0. Solubility of organic molecules depends on the polarity of organic molecules and the solvent. Solubility of molecules will be decided. Non-polar or weakly polar compound dissolve readily in non-polar or weakly polar solvents. Highly polar compound dissolve readily in highly polar solvents. Like dissolves like. Solubility of organic compounds like hexane in tetrachloromethane, that means carbon tetrachloride. Hexane in water. If you observe both the diagrams, hexane is completely miscible, is soluble in carbon tetrachloride. But in water, it's not soluble. It's insoluble. Why does hexane dissolve readily in tetrachloromethane? Because intermolecular forces among hexane molecules and those among tetrachloromethane molecules are same. While that of intermolecular forces between hexane and tetrachloromethane molecules similar. See, if you observe the picture in this left hand picture, attraction between carbon tetrachloride and tetrachloromethane hexane, attraction between carbon tetrachloride molecules and hexane is similar to that of attraction between carbon tetrachloride and hexane. Why is hexane insoluble in water? Because strong intermolecular forces are there between water molecules. But between water molecules and hexane, weak intermolecular forces are there. This is the reason. And coming to the other thing, a formation of hydrogen bonding. Formation of hydrogen bonding, molecules having OH and NH2 groups are able to form hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds affect the physical properties of alcohols and amines with low molecular mass. If you see propanol, boiling point is 97.2 degrees Celsius. Methoxyethane, boiling point is 7 degrees Celsius only. Why does propanol have higher boiling point than others? Because between them hydrogen bonding is there, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Formation of hydrogen bonding also affects the solubility of molecule. Molecules with OH groups are able to form hydrogen bonds with surrounding water molecules, soluble in water. We'll see example. Length of carbon chains. Molecules with higher molecular masses have higher boiling points, melting point and density. Higher molecular mass, large molecular sizes, stronger London dispersion forces among the molecules. Length of carbon chain. Molecules with branched chains have boiling point and density lower than its straight chain isomers. Straight chain isomers have greater surface area in contact with each other, greater attractive forces among the molecules. Length of the carbon chain in these molecules with branched chains are there, they have melting points higher than the straight chain isomers. Branched chain isomers have more spherical. They packed more efficiently in solid state. Extra energy is needed to break down the efficient packing in these branched chains. You will see these are the family of hydrocarbons: alkanes, alkene, alkyne, aromatic hydrocarbons. The general formula, functional groups, formula, IUPAC names: ethane, ethene, ethane, benzene. See here. Haloalkane, alcohol, ether, aldehyde. General formula, functional group, and examples you see. IUPAC name of the haloalkanes is chloromethane here, shown, methanol, ether, methoxymethane, aldehyde, methanol. Ketones, we have propanone example given, carboxylic acid, ethanoic acid, amines, methylamine, nitrile, ethane nitrile given. Now you'll see the solubility of organic molecules. Hexane observed solubility in tetrachloromethane. These hydrogen bondings are the actual most important information in our topic. Also, we saw the important table form based on the carbon chains, based on the straight chain, branched chain compounds, how the boiling points decreases for branched chains, why the boiling point for straight chains is higher, melting point is higher for this branched chains, the reason behind that, and packing efficiency observed. After that, we have noticed important table form regarding the hydrocarbons, important functional groups like alcohols, phenols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids. Even amines, nitriles also we observed. Esters, acyl halides, amides, examples we saw. In all these things, we have ReCN H2N plus 1. We have acid anhydrides, examples also given in this. Ethanoic anhydride given. That is the theoretical aspect we saw on the induction of organic compounds. Now we'll see some questions. How was organic chemistry defined before 1800s? The knowledge of organic inorganic compounds was raised during 1980s. Scientists defined organic chemistry as a study of compounds that could be obtained from living organisms. They believed that synthesis of organic compounds took place in living organisms only. How is organic chemistry defined nowadays? Scientists have discovered that many organic compounds synthesized from inorganic substances. The updated definition of organic chemistry is the study of carbon compounds, except for carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and carbonates, hydrocarbon carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, and carbides and cyanides. These compounds have been traditionally classified under inorganic chemistry. Why is carbon able to catenate? Because the ability of to catenate of carbon is chiefly due to high strength of carbon-carbon single bond enthalpy 356 kilojoules per mole. Would you expect silicon, which is just below carbon in the periodic table, to catenate to form diverse molecular structures? Silicon, unlike carbon, does not catenate to form diverse molecular structures. Carbon is able to catenate because carbon atoms have a relatively small atomic size. This enables a carbon atom to form strong covalent bonds with other carbon atoms. However, due to the greater atomic sizes of silicon, its ability to catenate is much less lower than that of carbon. Would you expect sulfur, which has an electronegativity value very close to carbon, to catenate? Yes, the electronic configuration of sulfur 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4 has only two unpaired electrons. Its atomic size is larger than that of carbon, so it has a much lower tendency to catenate than carbon. Identify the functional group in the following compound. Yes, it is carbon-carbon double bond is there. Alkene. Now identify the functional group in the following compounds. Carbonyl group. Functional group is carbonyl group. Identify the functional group in the following compound. Here two are there. Amino group is there, carboxyl group is there. To which homologous series does each of the following compounds belong? Ester. To which homologous series does each of the following compound belongs? Amide. To which homologous series does which of the following compound belongs? Acid anhydride. State whether each of the following pairs of compounds belongs to same homologous series. No. The first one is carboxylic acid and the second one is an ester. State whether each of the following compounds belongs to same homologous series. Yes. Both of them are alcohols. State whether each of the following pairs of compounds belongs to same homologous series. No. The first one is an amide and the second one is an amine. Name the homologous series of organic compounds that contains oxygen atoms in the functional groups. You have alcohols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, acyl halides, amides, and acid anhydrides all contains oxygen atoms. Identify the name of the functional group in the glucose which has the following structure. Yes. OH, hydroxyl group, oxy group. Identify and name the functional groups in the following compounds. Bromo, acid, aldehyde, acyl chloride, carbon, carbon, double bond. Why is oil immiscible in water? Oil molecules do not have free OH groups, so they can't form hydrogen bonds with water molecules. The relative molar mass of glucose is 180, but it is soluble in water. Why? Glucose molecules have OH groups, so they are able to form hydrogen bonds with water molecules. Therefore, glucose is soluble in water, despite it has a larger molecular mass. Despite the fact that butanol and ethoxyethane have the same relative molar mass, they have very different boiling points. The boiling points of butanol and ethoxyethane are 170 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius respectively. Explain the difference. Because there is an OH group in butanol, thus butanol molecules are able to form hydrogen bonds with one another, and energy required to separate butanol molecules would be much greater. Whereas for ethoxyethane, the attraction among the molecules is weak. Van der Waals forces only. The amount of energy required to break the forces would not be great. Therefore, boiling point of ethoxyethane is lower than that of butanol. Explain why propane 1-ol is soluble in water, but 1-chloropropane is insoluble in water. The OH group of propane 1-ol molecule enables to form hydrogen bonds with water molecules. Thus it is soluble in water. Although 1-chloropropane is a polar molecule, does not form hydrogen bonds with water molecules. So it is insoluble in water. Which molecule would have higher boiling point? 1-bromobutane or 2-bromobutane? Why? 1-bromobutane will have higher boiling point than the 2-bromobutane, as 2-bromobutane is branched molecule, 1-bromobutane is straight chain molecule. Straight chain molecules have greater surface area in contact with each other, so greater intermolecular forces exist among the molecules. Higher energy is required to break down the intermolecular forces among the molecules of 1-bromobutane, which is the reason. 1-chlorobutane and 2-chloro-2-methylpropane have same molar mass, yet their melting points differ. The melting point of 1-chlorobutane is minus 123 degrees Celsius, while that of 2-chloro-2-methylpropane is minus 27.1 degrees Celsius. Explain the difference. Melting point is a measure of how efficient the molecules are packed together in solid state, instead of just comparing the van der Waals forces among the molecules. Hence, melting point is a function of efficient packing of molecules, but not the contact surface area. So 1-chlorobutane is a straight chain molecule, while 2-chloro-2-methylpropane is a branched chain molecule. As 2-chloro-2-methylpropane is more spherical and symmetrical, its molecules are packed more efficiently in solid state. So 1-chlorobutane is linear in shape and flattened, its packing in the solid state is not efficient. Hence, it has lower melting point than 2-chloro-2-methyl propane. What are the major factors that affect the physical properties of organic compounds? Physical properties of organic compounds are mainly affected by the surface of functional groups, structure of functional group, dipole moment of molecule, the formation of hydrogen bonding between molecules, and the length of the carbon chain of the molecule. The melting point and boiling point of pentane are minus 130 degrees Celsius and 36.3 degrees Celsius respectively, while the melting and boiling point of 2,2 dimethyl propane are minus 15.9 degrees Celsius and 9.5 degrees Celsius respectively. Account the difference in the melting point and boiling point between two isomers. Pentane is a straight chain molecule, while 2,2 dimethyl propane is a branched chain molecule. Straight chain molecules have greater surface area in contact with each other than branched chain molecules. Straight chain molecules are held together by stronger intermolecular forces. Therefore, pentane has a higher boiling point than 2,2 dimethyl propane. That of molecules of 2,2 dimethyl propane are more spherical in shape, are packed more efficiently in solid state. Molecules of pentane are linear in shape and flattened, so their packing in solid state is not efficient. Since extra energy is required to break down the efficient packing of 2,2 dimethyl propane, then 2,2 dimethyl propane has higher melting point than that of pentane. Which molecule, hexane or cyclohexane, would have higher melting point? Explain your answer. Cyclohexane has higher melting point than hexane. Molecules of cyclohexane are more spherical in shape, are packed more efficiently in solid state. So molecules of hexane are linear in shape and flattened, so their packing in solid state is not efficient. Since extra energy is required to break down the efficient packing of cyclohexane, cyclohexane has higher melting point than hexane. Arrange the following molecules in increasing order of boiling points. Explain your answer. We have butane, propanol, propanol. So, the boiling points increase in order. The boiling points increase in the order butane less than propanol, propanol less than propanol. Molecules of butane are non-polar. Their molecules are held together by weak instantaneous induced dipole interactions. A relatively small amount of energy is required to separate the molecules in the process of boiling. Both propanol and propanol are polar molecules. Molecules of propanol are held together by relatively weak dipole-dipole interactions, while molecules of propanol are held together by intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Since intermolecular forces present in molecules of propanol are stronger than those present in molecules of propanol, a larger amount of energy is required to separate the propanol molecules in the process of boiling. So this is the discussion we have done today in the organic chemistry class. Thank you.